Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about ridiculous Pokemon TCG bargains that we've been seeing around. And it revolves, well, there are actually some other stuff we need to talk about towards the end. But starting off, Pokemon Go. Oh my goodness, Pokemon Go has gotten a little bit silly. Like over here in the UK, the mini tins here's a look at smithstoys.co.uk, selling the mini tins for £5, which is fine. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's also like, they're about half price. And half price is good, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about ridiculous bargains, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely ridiculous bargains, and I don't think this really counts. No, ladies and gentlemen, how about those tins? And the tins that have Snorlax and things of those nature in. Well, Snorlax is the best one. The ones that retail for $19.99, $20 tins. Well, because I got loads of lovely followers over on Twitter, the lovely Fennec, at DetFennicAlt over on Twitter, went and showed me this. Extreme value is correct. These tins selling for $3.48. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a ridiculous bargain. If we do that as a little bit of a percentage, that is 17% of what they should cost. Or another way to put it, roughly 83% off, 82.6% off if you want to be a pedant. This is ridiculous. And my advice to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is really simple. Go to your Walmart and have a look. I'm not saying like leave the house right this second and run to your local Walmart, but I absolutely am saying that if you find yourself in Walmart in the not too distant future, go and have a look at this. Of course, right now, I know a whole bunch of people are scouring their Walmarts looking for Disney Lorcana, which is out now, and my timeline is just filled with people going, well, none at this Walmart, none at this Walmart, none at this Walmart. Yeah, we get it. A lot of them don't have them. But if there are bargains like this to be had in the Pokemon sphere, well, ladies and gentlemen, this might be something to have a little bit of a look at instead. Although, and I know we kind of said this before about Pokemon Go, but I think it's truer now than it's ever been before. We are really getting to the end here. Like, in terms of Pokemon Go. Basically, this is Walmart admitting, yeah, we're done with Pokemon Go. Like, we don't want these cards anymore. We don't want them on the shelves. We want to get other stuff out there. Please take these. We are charging a nominal amount. We're taking 82.5% off. 82.6% if you want to be a pedant, off of this tin. Go and take it off our hands. We don't want them anymore. We want the shelf space for other stuff. And here's the thing. When one place does this, other places tend to do this as well. And that's kind of my point here. Yes, fine for the time being. It's Walmart, although I'm sure there are some others out there as well. But it's going to be more. We've talked about Pokemon Go sales in the past few months, kind of here and there. But I do think this is about as extreme as we've seen, is probably the way that I would put it. There will probably be others here, there, and everywhere. But as it stands at the moment, this is as cheap as I've seen them. And you're not going to see them really any cheaper than this. Like, why would you see them any cheaper than this? That's a little bit ridiculous. Like I say, this is pretty much admitting that we want these gone. We want to get rid of these. I mean, if we go and have a look at, let's just search for Pokemon Go Snorlax tin over on eBay. You can get it cheapish, but it's not ridiculous. Like, I mean, $16, $12, but $4 shipping brings it up to $16. I mean, that's still 16% off. It's not bad, but it's not exactly absolutely absurd. But you are going to start seeing these sales probably more and more as time goes by, which of course does then lead to the fairly obvious question of, do we care? Okay, fine, Pokemon Go has gotten really cheap. There are some absolutely ridiculous bargains out there. how much do we actually care? And the answer is, I mean, it depends. Depends what kind of collector you are. I mean, if you're looking for pure value, probably not, honestly. Although, to be fair, at $3.50, any Pokemon tin is going to bring you value. But, like, if we look at the quote-unquote big free cards in the set, and they are the big free cards in the set because there is a significant drop-off after we get past these top free cards, it's still not particularly high. We've got Rainbow Red Mewtwo, that's like a $30 card. We've got Rainbow Red Dragonite, which is like a $25 card. And Alt Art Mewtwo, which is like a $20 card. Yeah. These are the only cards that are $20 or above. And they're not exactly particularly huge, I think is probably the way to put it. So, no, you're probably not going to be opening this up and looking for singles. Like, you know, Lost Origin is a pretty good set in terms of playability and all of that. But everybody knows of Lost Origin, you can go and hunt that Giratina. And if you get lucky and pull that Giratina, hey, yay, job's a good one. Silver Tempest, similar kind of thing. Good set playability, not going down as some kind of legendary set probably at the moment, but you can go and hunt the Lugia. So there is a chance that you buy this and you pull this ridiculous card, and that is going to make everything all worth it. That's not where we are here. There is no ridiculous card in the Pokemon Go set that is going to basically fix everything. If you're very lucky, you might pull a $30 Mewtwo card. And that is the best that you can hope for. But that only matters if you're going for full kind of value off of singles. There are still plenty of playable cards. I mean, Radiant Charizard came from this set. That was pretty gosh darn good. I've still got a soft spot for Radiant Venusaur and Alolan Executor V. They're pretty gosh darn cool. But then we had a bunch of other interesting cards. Snorlax sees a bunch of play. Yeah, that's right. The one from the tin. Pokestop's a good card. It is a decent set in terms of playability. And let's face it, people are always trying to make slacking work. It's a cool set. And look, if nothing else, start a sealed collection. Buy this for $3.50. Don't feel the need to open it. Now, something else which has been brought to my attention by my lovely followers, and shout out to James Beer for this one. Well, they're selling the Trick or Trade in UK Costco. Now, I will say this image doesn't necessarily actually show it, but James is assuring me that this is in fact last year's Trick or Trade. Now, this is really, really important. Because this year's Trick and Trade has been released in the UK. We've talked about this before. It is a very cool set. We like it. It's awesome. I've got mine on order because it's just out there. I just bought mine from the Pokémon Center. I just went to the Pokémon Center UK and I ordered the Trick or Trade cards, and they should be here in the next day or two, and I'll make a video and we can look at them and life will be good. That's not what happened last year. Also, as a side note, in the UK at least, they are just readily available for £20 over on the Pokemon Center. So that might be worth having a look at. I'm led to believe this is actually cheaper than the RRP at local game stores, but I haven't been able to talk to enough local game stores to confirm that. So take that with a pinch of salt, but that is what I'm hearing. Also, as a little kind of tip from your old pal Wassy here, £20 is when free shipping kicks in on the Pokemon Center UK. So don't pay the shipping. The shipping is £5. Booster packs cost £4. So if you're going to buy this and you don't need to buy anything else, go and buy like a booster pack of Obsidian Flames, because it's literally minus £1. You can either spend £5 on shipping or £4 on a booster pack and then get free shipping. So, I mean, if someone's going to literally give me £1 to get a Pokemon TCG booster pack, yes, I will accept. That sounds good to me. So, yeah, this is kind of cool. Last year's version did not get a UK release. It was an American thing, which I always kind of assumed kind of made sense because it's not a thing over here. Like, Halloween is not a big deal in the UK. I don't get trick-or-treaters at my house. My house is a really bad example, to be fair, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere and it's really hard to get to my house. It is not worth it for trick-or-treaters, which is sad because I've always got sweets ready. And last year, I had trick or trade cards ready. Obviously, I imported them from the US, obviously. But we never actually got a release in the UK, and that was a little bit sad. Looks like they are popping up in Costco here. And look, last year's set and this year's set are different. They're all extremely cool. And £30? Yes, not bad. Like, it's not perfect, because bear in mind, last year you got 40 packs in the bundle, and this year you get 50. And this year's one is 20 quid on the Pokémon Center. So you're essentially paying an extra tenner, for 50% more if you want to put it that way, and getting 10 fewer packs. Which, no, is not perfect. But I know not everyone did the big nerdy importing thing that I did last year. And these are still extremely cool cards. So if you want them, that might be a great way to go and have a look. So go and check your local Costco if you're in the UK. That seems like a pretty good idea. And if you are in the US, do make sure you go and have a good old look for, these Pokemon Go tins in Walmart. It might be the thing that's only popping up occasionally, but that is about the biggest bargain I've seen for the Pokemon TCG. So, yeah. Go nuts, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, go nuts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this. Be nice, all that good stuff. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Star of Dav, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.